Guys, welcome back to the
Yo.
CyberHype. We are your hosts, Toshi, Vasilis, and Adonis. Welcome. What's goody?
That's right.
What up, guys? BC
We're
in the
here.
chat. Everybody here early and stuff. What up?
VCE, what's
Notification
good? Yeah, y'all was popping
Popping
in this thing.
Pitted it up in, man. What's going on? How's everybody's weekend going?
Everybody having some good ramen here. Hell yeah, y'all hungry?
Yo, hungry? Why wait? Grab a Snickers.
Nah, I was telling these dudes
Or some
earlier, like,
chopsticks.
man, look, I'm about to do half hot, half cold. I'm gonna be the mixed Todoroki. All right,
You're gonna be the mixed
Or-
Totoro.
you guys ready for that?
Niggadoki.
That too. You can call me that too.
It's not gonna
Call me
be
that too.
any okay.
Not not the Anioyoki.
The Annie, are you okay? Dio Brando. I don't know who Dio is. I know that's JoJo. I'm gonna just watch I'm gonna run through JoJo for you guys. All right?
Watch JoJo, V. Watch JoJo, man. Let me know if I should continue it or not. I appreciate it.
I'll run through it. I'm just gonna put it on my second screen. So I won't know much of the plot, guys. I'm just gonna understand the visuals and maybe some character names.
You might.
That's
like
it.
You like weird shit. So
I do like weird stuff.
I'm sorry. This article caught me off guard. Do people be listening to us on? Does our phones listen to us?
I don't think so, but
Because this
I feel like there's a huge conspiracy about that. But
this popped up on my Google, and I did not search nothing that has to do with this. And and my Google, just Google homepage, it gives you kind of things, that you know, most of my shit's anime and other stuff. So I'm like, it says why Five Guys always gives you so many extra fries. I didn't search up no fast food on my phone.
did you search fast food up on your computer? We were
I
talking
don't.
about Five Guys last time.
We were talking about Five Guys last podcast, but I didn't look anything up.
You didn't go on your computer at all, your iPad at all, look up anything?
No, we just talked about it. I didn't search up anything. That's why I was like, it just caught me off guard. I'm like, why are you sending me a Five Guys YouTube if I didn't search for anything? I'm confused. You must have heard me.
Well, the cool thing is, at least for iPhone users, the new software will actually let you know when somebody's using your camera or microphone.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool as shit.
So people that are paranoid about the government listening in on your conversations, because for some reason you're sought after like that.
Yeah, you're some top secret individual.
That people need to know your personal information at all times. You don't have to worry, but then people have the whole like, oh well, Apple's in on it. It's like, okay, got it. Okay, sweet. At what point is it like? At what point is the conspiracy like too much? You know what I'm saying? Of like at what point is it like you always assume the most negative things about a company? You know what I'm saying?
Where it's just I've met a lot of individuals that do that immediately have a very, I don't want to say just negative, but a suspicion towards everything.
Yeah. Like, oh, there's someone's always out to get them, or the government's always out to do something, or all corporations are bad and all blah. Like, it's just really interesting to see like how someone gets, or not how they get there, but why they're there. Like, you know,
it's easy to get there though. It's easy to, when you find out new information, go down a rabbit hole and go down the rabbit hole pretty deep when it comes to conspiracies.
Yeah, I feel like
so it's easy to do that, especially if it's your first conspiracy or first few conspiracies you ever read before.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in the information they provide.
Right.
Facts.
If you're not well versed in gathering information. So I can understand how you can get there.
Right.
But I mean, you got to pull yourself out at some point.
Yeah, bro. I feel like that's one of those things for me that I'm maybe it's just because I love technology, and I feel like a lot of times people really just don't understand how the technology works. You know what I'm saying? So it gets into like this idea of like, oh well, like me working at Apple, people are always like, oh well, my phone updated itself. And it's like by default, it's not set up that way. Like there's no way it updated itself. They're like, no, it did. You guys are always forcing us to do like.
I know you did this. Just admit it.
You know what I mean? Or
okay, yeah, it was me. It was me. You caught me.
Or you have the other side of like of people with the conspiracy of like, oh well, Apple they want to make money, so they make the phones obsolete when new stuff comes out. They send out updates to wreck the phone, and it's like you do know that they support software on your phone for like 5 years before your phone can no longer update. No other OEM does that.
Facts, because one of my phones can't update no more.
None of them, like, it's crazy. Like after the current gen of that manufacturer is not obligated to send that phone updates to make you stay on that device. But they're like, hey, we're gonna keep sending you updates that, you know, and then they're like, oh, the battery life is worse. Yes, because it's now having software that it wasn't designed to handle. Kind of makes sense. Like it's actually really interesting though, because but again, I think it's just the lack of knowing. So it's trying to, I think, educate without being like upset. You know what I'm saying? Like upset at like somebody saying like, damn, how can you be this stupid? It's like, well, maybe they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're just not aware, or they're just like, that's not their space. So they don't really give a fuck. They're like, I know my phone and how to go to fucking TikTok and Instagram and do emails, but I really don't know how the fuck this shit works though. You know what I'm saying? Like even with cars, like I'm pretty sure you've seen V, like, you know, we grew up around cars. We like cars like that. But the majority of people, something goes wrong with their car, they don't even know where to fucking start, but they know how to start that bitch. They know how to drive it. They know, you know what I'm saying? But they don't really know the ins and outs of how it works. You know, so I feel like maybe, you know, that knowing of how things actually work maybe helps with the suspicion of things when things don't work the way that they want them to, or they're like, oh, how the fuck did this happen? You know, it's fucking the government.
It's having the knowledge of
thanks, Obama.
It's basically like how the way I believe is how like religions were founded. It's because we didn't have explanations or understanding of things, and then science came along and started explaining how things were.
Science.
Yay, science.
So,
science.
You know, and the rest is history.
Is it history?
Yeah, I mean, it is technically.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Actually, I have a question for the chat. Like, what smartphone are you guys on at the moment? If you're watching, are you on a smartphone?
Yeah.
What computer?
Yeah. What devices are you watching from?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish there was a survey. We should make a survey.
Well, I'm gonna say 90% are using phones.
Okay.
But we're probably gonna see 1 or 2 people saying a PC is possible. There's a tablet. Okay.
Nice. Samsung tablet at that.
OnePlus 7 Pro, cool phone. OnePlus 6T, nice. 11 Pro.
Hey, the console. PS5. Okay.
Hey, I see. Hey,
you're living in the future.
Let's go.
He's like, I'm on a PS5 right now, bro. Let's go.
You on Twitch? You on the Twitch app on PS5? That's
you living in the future, bro.
That's what's up.
That's how powerful
iPhone
the PS5 is. Yeah.
He's iPhone XR mostly, but right now on the laptop. Okay, what a laptop. Okay, 7 Plus, nice.
Okay,
my man's again. Like I know motherfuckers that have 7 Series phones and them shit still work, still running. I have a chat on my OnePlus, but I'm watching on my Fire TV. Hey, Fire Flame.
Because
nice.
Yo, so wait, are big ass heads on your screen on your TV, bro?
Yeah.
Hello. Holy crap.
My hand phone, thanks to Upload.
You got to watch Upload to know the hand phone.
What's the hand phone?
It's a TV show called Upload on Amazon Prime. Remember I said it's like an episode of Black Mirror created into a series. Like it's a series of like, you get uploaded into this world that you can live forever, but you know, obviously you're programming now.
Right.
And but they have hand phones in that generation. They do this. They go whoop, and the phone is like right here. like a screen. They're just talking
Right.
like this. Like, what up, yo?
Yo, question. How would you feel? And this is open to the chat as well, but I'm asking Toshi and V. How would you feel if you had the ability that after your body can no longer function, that you could move your consciousness into an android, like a non-biological body to continue your living? How would you feel about that?
I'm doing it. Depending on how the power is working. If I have to like recharge my battery every night type shit, I don't know. Just because, you know, if there's a power outage and the nigga ain't get powered up, then I'm stuck. I'm just stuck in a powered off mode. So I mean, it just depends.
Where's Toshi? Oh, he's been on standby for 18 months.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it depends on how the power.
Oh, shit.
You know, but I mean, if there's like a source of infinite energy, just per se,
like if you have some type of perpetual energy source, we don't have to recharge.
Exactly. Then I mean, I'm with that.
I mean, early on you'd probably have to charge up, but
yeah, charged up.
I mean, can I like run every day to charge my battery?
For kinetic energy, but it wouldn't be perpetual, so you would actually putting more output than you would be able to getting input.
Yeah.
So at some point you're gonna have to still sleep, power down. You know,
kind of. Obviously, it really depends on how much energy it takes for you to how much energy it takes to keep your brain moving.
Correct.
To keep your brain functioning, or not your brain, but like
your processor,
your consciousness, your
so,
data,
I mean,
your memory.
So think of it this way, right? Like if because somebody asked, would your lifespan be extended? Yeah, like you would be basically living.
You would be immortal. Your consciousness is who you are, so it'd be immortal. It'd be able to go from any body. Period.
Right. So basically transferring your mind into data.
You be brainiac, bro. You be brainiac.
And then into an android body. So, because I thought about this, and because I think it'd be really fucking dope. Obviously, your second life would have to be operated different. And I think there would have to be some kind of laws based around second lifers. And the reason I say that is depending on what you could or couldn't do would be predicated on if you're organic or inorganic. So so think of it like a CEO of a company couldn't be an inorganic being because there's something that he can do that organic beings can't. I don't have to eat. I don't have to sleep. So I can just work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it becomes like, oh, well, they're more efficient at doing things than actual organic beings. So I think there would have to be some kind of trade-off. Like, okay, if you decide to live past your organic lifespan, there got to be some kind of limitations to balance out society.
Do things.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, oh, well,
I'm just gonna let you know, you just created a Netflix series. I would watch it. I was just listening to it, and I was like, yo, I would watch this. If there was a series on this right now of like a Second Life, like you said, Second Lifer, it's literally called Second Life. And like you have the choice of moving on, but there's like a certain amount of rules to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see that happening. I can see something like that happening for sure.
I don't know how I feel about it because like when you're no longer organic, you lose all like a lot of what it means to be human and a lot of the human interactions you have, like just touch.
Well, that
like
but for sure.
Sense of smell, like. Or like you might not have those. Of course, we can get vision. We know how to do that now, but we're talking about distant future, obviously. So say that that's all figured out. Like you would no longer have the ability to reproduce. So like sex isn't a thing anymore.
Nope.
Like do you give all that up, or are you somehow enabled to simulate those same feelings? That's electronically.
Yes. I think that would be for sure. There would have to be a way for them to send signals to my brain to where, like, if I see food or something, that it's tapping into like the fake food smells or something, and I'm like, oh, that smells like, you know, what it's supposed to smell like, as a computer, as a system. You know
here's
what I'm
my thing, because we're obviously thinking of it from a human perspective, right?
Correct.
So if you are already aware that you're going to become a robot, hey, because it's a decision You either say, you know what, I'm good. I don't think I want to do that. Or, you know what, I want to keep living. I want to. So would it be like a transition prep? Like you get to a certain age and they start saying, okay, you go here once a week so you can start simulating what it feels like to not have these feelings. So they shut your smell off or something like that, so you can't smell. So you can guys, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm talking about? Like they say, okay, cool. Let's kind of get you prepared for what this actually feels like. So when we transport your mind into data and put it into a machine,
it's like
you don't freak the fuck out of like, what the fuck am I? Where, how am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be a surprise. Like you would know ahead of time what you're giving up to do it. It wouldn't just be like, I wake up like this and I'm like, oh fuck, why can't I feel my hands? Why am I metal?
And that's why I see a huge problem with that type of transference of like of a consciousness into like a completely synthetic body.
Right.
I think that there is something so I think important about the organics of life that comes organically that we still don't know how to like describe what it is, that what makes it so special, versus creating something artificial that's going to be completely synthetic. I think that the real future lies in them being like blended together. So not actually giving up what your organic body is, but maybe helping like synthesize things and do new things with technology to and unlock potential that naturally doesn't occur. So
yeah, I mean, I guess the question would be, I mean, because that obviously would be the long term of it. Like it wouldn't just, the technologies wouldn't happen to be like, oh yeah, we can touch and all that, but like like the middle, I guess the inception of the idea would be that first step of like transmuting or transplanting your consciousness into a inorganic situation. I guess the idea of it, because I feel like what you're talking about is definitely a further down the line. They would obviously get to.
I don't really believe so. I think medicine would be solving the problem of aging long before that we would be able to compute what the brain can do and like hold a consciousness. The amount of storage capacity that would be needed for that is probably something we can't even do in the foreseeable future.
I don't know. I mean, because I feel like they're already testing stuff like that right now with like, even with the, what's it called, that Elon's fucking with right now. The what's that chip shit?
Neuralink?
The Neuralink situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're obviously doing stuff like that, but I feel like even still, like if because I think a lot of us too were thinking of in that scenario that storage would be somewhere in the head of the robot, but you would probably have the storage somewhere in the central of the body, just because it'd be a bigger space, more cooling. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, it could be. I'm just thinking
or
of
completely like, offloaded and just over the air.
Yeah, I mean, so like, but would you be opposed to something like that? Like, if you had the option, because it obviously wouldn't be forced upon somebody.
I don't know. Like I
said, it just depends.
Well, I want to be able to live long as to see a utopia. So I think, yeah, I would just take it if it was the final option.
Right.
I would say
your body's gonna deteriorate before I feel like your mind will go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always.
So, but then it comes into. Go ahead.
I said, what kind of murder is that if you kill somebody that's in their second life?
What do you mean? If you kill like a robot?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the other side of it too, where it's like, okay, if you kill data, back to V's point, if it's backed up in the cloud, do you die?
So you physically, you wouldn't, because if you're backed up,
then that means a memory.
It's just like a
no.
sleeve.
That means your consciousness wouldn't be in the physical unit, or it would
Right.
be able to transfer in and out as soon as possible. But I think if your consciousness is there and it's just erased, you can't. I don't think you can duplicate consciousness.
But because
that's who you are.
But if it's turned into information, if it's turned into data, you should be able to duplicate that, right?
But you will always be you. Even if they make a replica of you, you won't be that you. You're you.
But then that you would be, it's you?
Yo, they would think they're you. But
they would think,
that's
right, we would all think they're you, but how would we know who's the original you?
You would, only you would know.
But how, but that's what I'm,
But even the
because
copy
you would be the
still
first
think
one.
that
But that's what I'm saying. You think you're the first one.
Right. You always think that you're the first one.
No, but if you're the one going through this new procedure that's never been created before, then you would know that you're you. But after that, none of them would know.
But I'm just saying.
I think what Toshi's saying is
because you'd be the progenitor.
Backed up. What I'm saying though is that
no, but he has the memory of being the original. He is the progenitor. He would know, only him, and no one after him would know.
But why wouldn't they? Because if it's why would anything after me know if I'm backed up?
Right.
And they would know. They would know.
They would know.
All of them would know I was backed up.
Facts.
No, they would all know you're backed up, but only you would know that you're the original.
I don't think so. I think so. The reason why I say that is this. Let's say Toshi was my copy, right? Let's say Toshi was the refreshed restore of me. He would have every memory that I had through my entire life, which means he would remember being created into a robot.
Yeah.
So he would have my memory of me knowing that I got created into a robot. So if that's in his body, he would not think, oh, I'm the duplicate. He would think I was created into a robot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing to that. I'm saying only you would know that you're the actual original. They would not know. They wouldn't know they're not the original.
But I'm just what if you were backed up into multiple different places? You get what I'm saying? Like, what if I was downloaded in Australia and in Japan and I had like 3 separate bodies? They would all think they were originals.
Right.
They would think they're originals, but they're not. So they wouldn't know that they're not the original. Only you would know you're the original.
How would I know I'm the original if I don't know?
Because it's you. No, you're thinking from their perspective. I'm thinking from you. I walk into a clinic. I make a clone of myself. Only I really know I'm the original clone. Correct. After I die, they will all think they're the original, but they will not know that they're not.
We're saying the same thing.
That's what I'm saying this whole time.
But we're saying the same thing. So what we were talking about was from the other perspective. You're talking about from your perspective only. I'm talking about if I was the clone.
I was talking about both perspectives. I stated that clearly.
So if I was the clone, I would think I'm the original. Is basically
right.
what we would
know yes.
We would still feel the original, and then the person that is the original would know that they're the original. So like
would be the only one that actually knows.
That's why I'm confused.
I think that's just where we disagree, because I feel like they would all know that they're the original.
They would all think they know. They would all go in, become alive, and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the original." But they don't know that they really aren't.
But correct. But that's what I'm saying. What makes the person who is think that they are you get what I'm saying? If they have just as much information as the other
because they did it. Like if I walk in somewhere and cloned myself, this is my life. This is my consciousness here.
Right.
I'm going to continue my life down. Like if I die, I die.
Right.
If my clones continue living and doing their own lives separately, doing whatever that's their own lives. We're completely separate people at that point. So I know what I did.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like if
what?
Yeah, I don't think I gotta try to help you understand what we're saying. So like if Raider, thanks for the follow, bro. Appreciate you. So, if this clone person is you, they have all of your shit in it. They know they've
all of your memories up to the point.
Yeah,
up to the point.
I get it. I got that.
Yeah.
Trust me. I understand that.
So okay. if they actually have all of that, they also feel that they are now that person. They feel like, oh, I came in here and became this.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. We're saying that
and I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right. So what I'm saying was you're saying that they're the only person that would know would be the original. And what we're saying is that they all share the same
No, I'm not saying the only person that would know is the original. The only person that knows that they are the original would be the original. Everyone else believes they are the original based off of those memories. But they're not.
Got it. So even the original would believe they're the original
original.
But that's what I'm saying. He is. We know he is, but he wouldn't know that he is. He believes he is, but how would he completely
Exactly.
Absolutely know that they
Exactly.
are. If the last thing that all the clones remember is this, doors closing, and they go to sleep, and then they all wake up and doors open, and they all come out at the same time in 3 different places in the world, which one, how are you automatically going to be like, oh, I'm the original?
I know I'm the original. There's everybody
That's
would have
the point.
same exact entry.
Everyone would think, yeah, every single would think that and believe that because they went through that process and now they hold those memories.
Correct.
Yes, I am not disagreeing to that.
But that's what I'm saying. How would
Can we move on past that? We're all in agreement on that point, right?
Got it. They all have the same exact memories to the point they are reborn.
Right. We got that.
Got it. So now how? Yeah.
Now, the actual original, the guy that went in and came out, the actual original, me, I'm the original. I would have the same feeling as all of them waking up, but I would be the actual original.
We understand.
That doesn't. Okay, that's all that I'm saying. I would actually know, and I would be correct. Everyone else would not be the original, but they would think they are the originals, which makes them incorrect.
What I'm suggesting is the thought is what makes things real. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I understand.
But this all stemmed from your consciousness. Once your consciousness is gone, it's gone.
Right.
That's where this all stemmed from. So I'm in my body. I can upload my consciousness or whatever. If my main consciousness isn't uploaded to a main server where I control a body, but my consciousness is just in my head. Once I die, I die. My life is done. No, gone. Just poof, gone. But all those clones will have their own separate consciousness, individual from one another. Now they can go on different paths in life and have different experiences, which makes them totally different people. Those all consciousnesses are all separate, even though they're cloned and genetically and all the same, starting out at the same point now.
Right.
Correct.
But that's not what we're talking about. But that's not what we're talking about.
That's what we led into.
That's not what we led into.
Only my consciousness is the real consciousness. I know that I am the original. I went in and made clones.
But what I'm suggesting, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand what you're saying, that you're the original, but every other one thinks the same thing. So what I'm saying is
that they'll think they're right, but they're wrong.
But they would look at you the same.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. They would all they like, and that's what we're saying is like how like there's no difference between the clone and you because they think that you're the clone. They think they're real.
Right. And so the clones, exactly. Like so up until the point, you're all the same. Right. You can take a different path of life after the fact, but up until the point that like you all are reborn, you all think that you were the original.
Right. Like even though you're literally correct of I was the one that walked in. Yeah. But every other clone would think that they are real just as much as you are.
Yeah.
So yeah. Everybody is literally the same because they would look at you like, oh, yeah, you're the clone. It's like, no, I came in here and did this, this, and this. Like, no, I came in here and did this. Like, so you would have this conversation that would never end of like who the original is.
What? Okay, so now what?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're all we're saying is nobody would really know who the real one is. That's like telling somebody when they're crazy of like when you see people at like psych wards and stuff in movies and they're like yelling at the wall and shit. And like, what if they think that they're fine, but they're really not, and they're standing at a wall yelling at it, but they think their life is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't think that they're crazy. So it's like, in this scenario, it's like nobody knows who the original really is because they always feel that but they all feel like they're the original.
It doesn't matter what they feel. You keep saying feel. Objectively, the original knows he's the original. Everyone else feels they're original. But objectively, they are not.
That by default, the original is going to be the original.
But you're talking about semantics. Like I'm talking about if they all
that's objective. That's not semantics.
No. What I'm saying is this. I understand if you're looking at it from a top-down view and say, okay, this person came in and got cloned. Yes. But as the person, you go in, they all have the same exact memory. So they don't know which one of them is the clone. They all feel like they're the original. So
yes, they do.
So if Toshi's the original right now, he's gonna tell you, no, I'm the original, not Adonis. And I'm like, no, nigga, I literally walked in here and did this. And like, no, I came in here and did this. I'm the original. So like you could never objectively argue your point to your clone, because they always feel that they're the original. And now it's like, okay, well, am I a clone? Like, where? Right. How do we know for a fact that I'm the original one? Are we numbered? Is there a file? Like how would they know for 100% fact as a inorganic being that had their memory put into a robot who was the first one? Like, how
it depends on the system, and would there not be a doctor involved? Is this just done on the black market, where this is secretly done, where it's not regulated? Ooh. I feel if it was a regulated system, then yeah, you'd know.
So here's my other question, right? So
true, there'd be a timestamp.
So what happens? So to your point, V, like if you die in this inorganic body, what would happen? Like, would you want to come back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Would you like, let's say you got hit by a truck or some shit. Like you remember,
I'm staying out of the streets for the next 6 weeks, guys, because of that.
Right? You get hit by a truck and then you wake up like, oh shit, what happened? Like, how many restarts would you want? Would that bother you that you can just die and come back like
all the time?
No, like yes, I don't want to die. Like, I'm not the type of person who was like, well, we gotta die sometime. No, dude, no, we don't.
No, dude,
I don't know who fed you that lie. No, we don't.
No,
all right,
it would
aging is like a disease. Okay, so like, if you want to live forever and that's what your ambition is, go ahead, live forever. You might be lonely, all right, but just don't get attached to anybody. Okay, guys, you'll be good.
So okay. So could you mimic?
It would be like ReZero.
Could you mimic emotion?
I don't know.
You would have emotion because you've experienced all of it throughout your entire life.
Correct, but so I think that's one of those things too. Is that
if you haven't experienced it, you won't never know.
But if you're moving into, like, your consciousness, data, your memories, all that stuff gets backed up and put into a new thing, right?
Mm.
Do your feelings come over though? Like, or do you become more like computer?
Yeah, I mean, how do you compute emotions?
If it's
you know what I mean? Like, how,
right. And well, we don't know that in science how it works. But I mean, if you brought a complete exact person of me to this after this next life, then it would be exactly a replica of me right now. So I would talk like this.
Or would you look like a ditto Toshi?
With the
just
fucking
blob
the tiny eyes.
You look like, you know how Ditto would just have his face.
with the just hella little.
The little eyes and the little mouth. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your face?
What the fuck is wrong with your face,
Yo,
bro? Oh, that's my clone.
Hilarious. Oh, that's my clone. Don't worry about it.
Nah, that'd be hilarious though. But nah.
Because like I remember like the altered carbon situation is obviously it is that. In a sense of they take like your data and put into another sleeve, into another body, but they're like putting it into other body. It's weird. It's like they're inorganic, but they're organic at the same time. It's like
correct. But even in the show Upload, it was similar like that too, where they uploaded you to the next, and they were still themselves. Like the guy,
right?
He was still able to catch feelings with somebody in that afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in, he's able to still speak, have regular conversations, interact, understand that you can still, I feel like understand, if you can still understand something, then you should still be able to project, you know what I'm saying? Like those feelings. If I've experienced love before and I know all the signals of love, then I feel like I would be able to replicate those at any time in life, right?
Maybe. But then it comes back into what, I think it is too, is, you have this idea of people trying to figure out what is scientific and what is like spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes a human human?
True.
Versus, somebody kind of trying to create artificial intelligence. And yeah, you can think and compute and understand something, but what differentiates human beings' emotions from computational understanding, like being like, okay, yeah, I understand what this is. Like, I think that's where that question mark is, like, well, can you move that? Like, what makes us love and hate and all of that? Can you bring that over? You know what I mean? Like
that's hard to say. I mean, you can really only like theorize or kind of speculate on it because no one really knows. Nobody's done
it yet.
No one really knows what consciousness is. Like the most brightest minds on the planet don't really understand it. So who knows? Yeah. Next 100 years are going to be interesting.
Yo, that's the crazy thing, bro. Because I feel like a lot of people are obviously trying to do a lot of like bioengineering on themselves and stuff like that now, and trying to figure out ways to live longer, be more efficient, help their brain stay healthy. There's been a lot of new stuff, even in the past 10 years, with stuff like that. So I feel like lifespan in our generation is going to go up significantly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, think of it, bro. Like, and we were talking about this before, and maybe it's just because we were younger, but I remember when we were kids and we would see like dad and like older people that were in their mid 30s, early 40s, they looked old. Like, they looked old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, fuck, like you look really old, my guy. Like,
oh my God.
Like, just like, you know what I'm saying?
True,
like,
that's true.
Like, and I'm not saying like I'm not old to somebody that's coming out of high school right now. They look at me like, yo, bro, you're old, but
straight boomer status.
But every person that finds out how old I am is like, yo, I thought you were like 24. I get that shit every week. Swear to God. So many people ask like, yo, how old is Adonis? Like, oh, what the fuck? Like when I had my birthday, people are like, yo, how old are you turning? Like 25? I was like, nah. G, nah. So
get close.
So it's really interesting to just kind of be in that, older club and look at it like, man, like, so now my question is, did our parents at our age feel how we feel, or did they feel older? You know what I'm saying? Like because we obviously don't know what they felt like at 35 or early 40s. So it's like, all we can go off is our experience. So if they didn't feel old, but they looked old.
Right. Well, you also have to look at it this way. Our generation is marginally healthier than Generation X and the boomers. We're more aware. We have information at our fingertips about how to make healthier choices. A lot of things have changed over the past 10 to 20 years as well. And that plays a huge role into looking and feeling younger as you age. Right. And it'll only continue to get better. Watch, like the Zoomers right now, watch them not even age, bro. I guarantee you they're not going to fucking age.
Bro, you know what's crazy though? I feel like the generations after us want to be older worse than we did.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, well, didn't we all want to kind of be older? Like when we were teenagers and like young adults, we wanted to look like we were 25 and doing it.
No, but I feel like we weren't exposed to it as easily as they are.
That's true. We weren't. We had magazines and like pop culture TV and MTV and stuff like that. That's what we had to look up to.
Like social for us didn't pop off until like 2003 with MySpace.
Yeah.
So it's like we weren't really like on like that, where it was like, information at all times. Oh, I could look up the newest trend on my phone immediately.
Yeah, bro.
I could makeup styles immediately.
Bro, if y'all saw how I dressed in high school, you'd be like, this dude is always gonna be a chump. Like, I didn't know what a style or trend was, bro.
Look, bro. I think we all had that. I think
everybody's had a phase for sure.
Mine was a whole life, not a phase.
No, bro. I mean, look. I feel like I think that's the thing too, though. I feel like each person has their own journey, as fucking cliche as that sounds, but like, I feel like at certain points, the family itself prioritizes certain things, right? So like, I know in our family, like I was always playing sports and I was always doing like extracurriculars. So it was obvious the focus was there, right? V wasn't into that shit.
Hell no.
So he's at home chilling, right? So like, I can imagine him feeling like, well, I'm kind of by myself and shit right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, not feeling like that fit in vibes of what the focus was in the family because I'm doing sports. I have a game. I have what, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and V was more introverted as a kid.
Very.
And then, you know, going to high school, it was, again, it elevated that more. You know what I'm saying? V was still more introverted than I was. But then when you get into the real world, like, I feel like all these things are contributing to like you were saying, V, like your style or whatever. Like my style was ass. You know what I'm saying? My style was trash. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like there were trash in different ways. Like you were experimenting with like the emo vibes and like
I was a scene kid, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had that. You
Listen
had
to Fall Out Boy, huh?
the DDR swag, like you was like you had a different vibe about you because of the stuff that you were doing. You know what I'm saying? And like we were in the same household. Like if we stood right next to each other in 2005, they'd be like, y'all niggas are not related, like at all. My man's had the long fucking flat iron hair, fucking
Bruh.
the fucking emo fucking bang situation.
Yeah,
my man's is
The emo bang.
So I feel like, you know, and I even tried that for a minute and I was like, this ain't me. But, you know, I feel like you have, you know, depending on what you're doing, you have different styles predicated on who you're around and shit. So I feel like, because you had the whole skater shit vibes for a while, because you're doing skateboarding and shit and fucking
I was a young
Skater
skateboard
boy.
pig.
He's see you later, boy.
I had to kick push on them. I was like, yeah, got no friends, but I got my skateboard. Woo.
fucking blow that knee out. That motherfucker, yeah. The only thing I was
that shit
skateboarding
up.
was fucking fingerboards. That's all I was doing, fucking. That was the only boards I was on. None of that.
Toshi, did you ever skate?
Hell fucking yes. Hardcore at
I
one
like
point.
it. Yeah?
Like super. Like I'm talking about, I was at the skate park all the time. Me and my cousins.
For real?
Bro, I used to skate, bro. Yeah. The furthest I got was dropping in and obviously I was street skater. So I was literally take parking blocks.
Were you a soul skater?
And,
Bro, I saw Brink like 3 months ago and I loved it. It was so
did you
bad.
watch the whole shit?
It was so bad. Oh my
Brink
god.
is classic,
And
bro.
I loved
It's
every part of it.
You have to, all those Disney classics, bro. You just have to love them, bro. Johnny Tsunami.
John
Oh
Tommy's
my
Like,
god.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, think about the classics. Even though it was acting was whatever, the storylines were just so cliche. Disney, but they were fucking great, bro. They had good family values. I learned a lot from Disney originals back in the day.
Facts.
Disney originals, period. Even like I said, Boy Meets World. That's one of my. That's
famous Jet Jackson. The famous Jet Jackson.
Famous Jet Jackson,
Yeah,
bro.
that was
that taught us how to be famous and humble at the same
Silverstone,
time.
bro. What? Silverstone,
bro. That shit taught you how to be famous and humble at the same time.
Facts.
And keep the real ones around you.
Facts. I was so bummed out when he died. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Yo, he was young, bro.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I was like, man, he had a dope look to him too. I was like, bro, he would have been big, I think, for sure. I think he would have been big.
I think he would have been doing shit right now for sure.
He had a lot of on-screen charisma, like a lot for his age.
He would have been Falcon instead of
Bro,
yo, on some real shit though.
Bro, yes.
That's what I meant. I imagined him being that's what I meant.
That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah,
oh
right.
My god.
He would have for sure been. He would have been a better Anthony Mackie for sure.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie, there's something about there. You know what I think it is? I feel like Anthony Mackie doesn't fit that because every time I see that nigga, all I see is Papa Doc. That's all I fucking see. That's all
facts,
I fucking
bro.
see, bro.
That is facts, bro. You can't.
Like,
oh my god.
You're like, man, you ain't
Papa Doc.
I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is Papa
Real
Doc doing with
Clarence.
Captain America? I was like, what the fuck is Papa Doc doing with Captain America? Right
Fucking Clarence.
Nah, what the fuck is what's Clarence doing with Captain America?
Oh my god.
He ain't Papa. What's Clarence doing over there?
Nah, bro.
Holy god.
Papa Doc is his superhero name, nigga. You can't release his government name.
Can't release his government.
Oh,
Bro,
crap,
fucking-
dude. I forgot about all of that.
Bro,
every
it's
time I
hard.
see,
It's
every
hard.
time I see him, bro, I'm just like, where the fuck?
Is that an issue for you with like
What?
characters and move or actors? Like when they play
Certain
one
actors just
specific
become
role,
a role. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they try to switch over, do you like give them respect for trying to switch over, or you kind of just be like,
Yeah.
you
I
tried?
give them respect,
Man.
like for trying for sure. Because I don't think any actor, like if they really believe in acting as an art form, they want to ever be boxed in, right, into one role.
True.
Like Johnny Depp, I'll watch Johnny Depp in anything, and I just believe he's that character. I'm just like,
Okay.
dude. Like people like Leonardo DiCaprio, like I watch
Same.
him, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like
He's-
every role he just kills it, he sells it. I'm like, all right, I believe you. There's not one role I think of Leonardo DiCaprio other than playing Romeo and Juliet that I could ever like see him for the longest time. That's all I saw him as.
I was about to say that
Oh,
movie was on TV a lot.
I watched
Bro,
that in school.
Watch it in
high
school.
school.
Yep.
Actually, you're right. That one, yeah, I did watch that one and Hamilton in school.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think it depends on the actor and how long they were in the role. Like I feel
How
like
do you feel about Vin Diesel? Do you think of him as one role as just Toretto?
I don't feel Vin Diesel. I don't feel about Vin Diesel. Like
I have no feelings about.
I don't feel like there's something about Vin Diesel that I'm over.
He's Vin Diesel.
I'm over Vin Diesel. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's because like I feel like it's because he never like. Okay, even if you're talking about like Toretto. Like when we first got introduced to him, he was ripped. He was fucking. Now he's like,
that's right.
Now he's like super soft. It's like, yo, I tried to just do a workout before I filmed this set. Before I filmed this fucking line. He's super soft. He's pudgy. Like it's like, I feel like as an actor, he doesn't take the care that I would like him to take.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe
so,
he's felt like he's just done it, or maybe he just handed the torch off to The Rock and was like, "You got this, big dog."
Bro, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, him and The Rock had hella beef, but even still with like Riddick, like you look at Riddick, and at the time, Riddick had this persona, like in his action movies. You're like, oh, he had this charisma, he had this like broody, like darkness to him. And he just doesn't have that anymore.
I was about to say this. Yeah, he's gotten a lot brighter for sure.
I don't know.
I feel like all his roles though are similar though. Like he hasn't really strayed off from like the tough guy role. He's always the tough guy. He's just not the normal. He's never less like a normal guy, or just another type of character. He always plays like that type of role.
Right.
Like no matter what movie he's in.
Right.
It's always that. And I feel like that separates those type of like good actors. Like you're a good actor, but this one's a great actor because they're able to adapt to all types of environments. You know what I'm saying? Other than being like, oh, you kind of fit this role, so you'll just
Well, I mean, I think at the same time though, right? Like you had like action movie stars was a thing at a point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Where you know, you had your Seagals, you had your Stallones, where they were essentially that one particular type, and every movie they had, there were an iteration of that type of
Jean-Claude,
Jean-Claude, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I feel like the only action movie star there is right now is The Rock. I feel like he's the only one that is like, oh shit, you're a movie star. Him, Will Smith, even though Will Smith hasn't had crazy success in movies, people still get excited about seeing his movies.
Yeah.
Will Smith is a strange one, man. Like, I really like Will Smith, but I don't really care for a lot of his work.
I feel like it's bad movie selection.
It could be.
I feel like it's movie selection because everything he's in, he's good. Like he's never delivering a bad performance. He's usually the best part of the movie though. Where it's like, okay, like even the movie he was in where he had when he had that one, shut up. You know that It was a movie he had just came out with where he had like a clone of himself, the younger version. Was it Gemini?
Gemini.
Crazy concept of a movie. The movie, I saw it in the highest quality they wanted you to see the movie in. It was like 3D and something else. And the 3D in that movie was fucking incredible. I hate 3D movies. This movie was fucking amazing. And it was at a high frame rate because they shot it at a high frame rate for the movie. Really dope concept. The graphics were crazy in it in that format. But the movie just didn't. The story was there. It was. It was. You know what I mean? Like
it was. They could have did it so much better.
Like, so it was. But then you have to Maxar's point, the pursuit of happiness. You're like, fuck.
That was a great performance.
Holy shit. Where the movie
like
was
that
good.
That movie will make you cry. Like a movie that can make you cry like that and feel the emotions that they want you to feel, like actually feel them. That's a good movie.
Well, yeah. I think that's but I think the point I was trying to make is that movie was good and he was a good performance.
Yeah.
The Gemini Man, the movie was but the performance was good. You're like, oh shit, he's on camera playing both his younger self and his older self, and you're just like, this is crazy. But the movie was I Am Legend. He was like the only person in that movie.
I Am Legend, good. That was impactful for me. I like.
I Am Legend is great. What? I think I might have shed one tear when he, the man's
dog.
best friend. Man's best friend. That's to me. That's the most detrimental part of the movie.
Right, bro. I definitely teared up.
There's a fucking apocalypse, but that part right there was like.
I think for you too, Tosh, because when you were growing up, it was just you really, because your older brothers and sisters are much older than you.
Yeah, they
so
older than me,
your sibling was a dog.
A dog for sure. Yeah, I grew up with all types of animals. I've had almost everything across the board, from snakes to turtles to ferrets to rabbits to fish to birds, dogs, cats, every fucking thing I had, and yeah, I feel like that I'm closest to the animal all the time because regardless, especially a dog. Come on, man, that's proven in the facts of just having an animal is you show it love, it shows you unconditional love. Right. No matter even if you whoop that ass or not, it don't really have an attitude to the point where a person could not fuck with you for months, but that dog the next day gonna be like, hey, what up?
Yeah,
that dog there, right? Not even the next day. Give him like 15 minutes. He'll come back over there and be like, hey, we friends again? All right, cool. Like you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's
that's
like
facts.
That's man's best friend for sure. So, but that part right there, especially because it was him,
right?
And I think it was his emotion, and I think that's what pulls it out of me when I watch these. Like if I see a good actor,
right,
like you could see the emotion in it.
Yeah,
I'm like, ooh,
he had to strangle it, and you could tell he didn't want to do it, but he had to. I was
he had no choice, and he's literally in his mind. He's literally like, this is the only thing living around me.
Yep.
This is the last living thing around him that he has a connection to, and he has to do it. He has no choice. You have to have the strength.
Facts.
To do that. Like that shit is like, that shit pierces the heart for sure.
Bro, yeah, that was a moment for sure, bro.
It was a moment.
Will Smith had some really good moments for sure. Really good acting roles. Ali, only Trina says Ali, epic. I love him in iRobot.
Maxer said Shark Tales. Yeah, hey, log out, bro.
Yo,
can't forget Shark Tales. I feel like he has. Okay, so here's my other thing, right? I feel like in my head, there's only one actor that I know that is technically the same actor in every movie and is a GOAT level actor.
Okay. Can we all give names before you tell us who you think it is?
I already know.
Okay. All right. So I'm on 3, 2, 1. Let's all say it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Denzel
Samuel Jackson.
Reeves.
Oh, we got 3 different people. We got 3 different people. No. Okay. Let's go down the line.
Yo, Maxar and Only Trina said Denzel. I said the same thing. I think Denzel is literally he's almost the same person in every role he plays, and every time I believe him. every fucking time.
I like Denzel's movies.
I'm like, fuck, bro. Like,
I see some names in here, though.
He never has an accent. He's never, like, he's always Denzel.
Right.
And every fucking time I'm like, God damn.
Even his newest... Morgan Freeman, I see that. For sure, Morgan Freeman. He's always Morgan Freeman. He's always Morgan Freeman.
The Pope that took a pee.
Morgan Freeman is another one, bro, where it's just like, damn, you just believe them no matter what.
That's funny.
But I don't know if I've seen, and there might be, but I don't know if I've seen a Denzel movie that I did not like. I don't
did
recall
not
them.
like.
I know the first Denzel movie that made me cry was
Man on Fire.
Nah, it was John Q. That movie.
John Q.
Yo, that's good. That's a good movie.
That movie fucked me up. I was like,
that's real life. That's real life shit. That's real life shit. Wasn't that based on a real story? Like it was based on a true story,
something like that. Like obviously over dramatized, I think.
Yeah, of course. All the based on a true story shit is always over dramatized for sure. But
Bluntastic with the gifted one sub, bro, to Joseph Aoa, bro. Appreciate you, Bluntastic.
Get some BCE in the chat, guys.
Yo,
BCE in the chat.
BCE for Bluntastic in this thing, bro.
Yo, that's sharing funny. The love, community vibe.
I love how we said. I love how we said 3 different people though. So you said because he said Denzel.
I said Denzel. Who did you say?
I said Samuel Jackson.
Okay,
that's good.
I said Samuel Jackson. I said because I've watched Samuel L. from like his.
Wait, okay. So how do you feel about him? Do you think Nick Fury's like spot on for him?
I still think Nick Fury is Samuel L. Jackson. Yes,
he is.
Nick Fury is still Samuel L. It's just It's like technical, like just a more smarter Samuel L.
So, do you think Samuel L. Jackson is like the actual like he's like the transcendent actor, like transcendent character, and his power is that he's Samuel L. Jackson.
Just all
and
the
Nick
time.
Fury is just a cover.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo.
He's because he's a smart actor. Like even with himself, he's a smart man, and obviously being such a good actor because every role he plays, like I said, same situation. I believe him. Like if he's playing a funny role, he's gonna be funny, but still have his Samuel L. Jackson-esque vibe. If he's gonna play a serious role, he's serious, still playing that. Like he has the same energy behind him.
I'm gonna blow you away right now.
Uh-oh.
I saw a movie a week ago, and I didn't know that he was in this movie.
Oh.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, is that Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know it, bro.
He's the other scientist.
You didn't know that was Samuel?
No, bro. I was like,
he's in so many
I was
different,
like
yes, he's literally smoking a cigarette the whole time. In every scene.
I was like, is that Samuel L. Jackson in fucking Jurassic? Bro, I had no fucking idea.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the formula to a good movie, like you put Samuel L. into it, it might be I'll watch it. If I see his name in something, I'm gonna watch it.
Yo, you know what's weird is I feel like he's like a Will Smith as well, where it's like the movie may not be that good, Snakes on a Plane, but he is the best part of the movie. Like you can watch it because he's in it. Fucking Deep Blue Sea. So like there's
Deep Blue Sea.
Oh my God, that movie's so bad, but I've seen it too many times.
Deep is blue. It's my head. It's like a shark's fin.
Like, bro, I love it when he's going on his rant.
And then
right in front of the tide pool. Bro, he was like, we're gonna die down here. Yeah.
Bro.
That's his character, bro. Every time.
That Snakes on a Plane, same shit. Like I feel like he just has these movies where you're just like, that's what you're in? But you still enjoy him in the movie. And you know he's going to yell and he's going to say motherfucker. Like, you know it's going to happen. It's like, okay.
Bro, he gets paid to say that word, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people, like in the script, they'd be like, yo, we put like 16 motherfuckers in here just for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just know it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Bro, Into Deep, Trina says, Into Deep is dope. I feel like, V, what did you say? What was yours?
Oh, I said Keanu. He's the same character that I love.
The only time he has a tiny difference, maybe Bill and Ted, maybe.
Well, yeah, but that's like so long.
I know,
ago.
but they're remaking it. You know, they're
Yeah,
remaking
they
it.
are.
They have a new
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I
They're
like
about
it.
to drop it, but he has to.
I saw
kinda,
the preview for it, and the graphics look sick.
He has to get a little more bubbly than usual. I feel like he's still
Right.
Keanu. I guess he's just a little more bubbly. He's like bubbly
Right.
Keanu. He's bubbly
Keanu. I
Yeah.
feel like
I think
I
that
feel
maybe in Bill and Ted, he's more himself.
Okay.
Because he's kind of like he's a fun, like lighthearted person, you know.
Right.
He
Okay.
But in his movies, he's just like, Trinity.
Yo, okay, so
Morpheus, Trinity, Morpheus.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? No.
They killed my dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
Okay.
bro, I feel like Keanu he's one of the people that I actually just want to meet in person, because I feel he's one of those people that you see in interviews that you're just like, I just really like you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Spirit animal.
There's something about his energy. Like me and Tochi saw this motherfucker at the Xbox event when he announced that he was in fucking Cyberpunk. Like he steps out and we were like, bro, there's no way.
Minds
we're
was
like, there's
blown,
no
bro.
way that this is Keanu Reeves. Smoke clears. It's Keanu Reeves. Was like, nigga,
Bro,
what?
we're in the audience going crazy right now.
So when people go and reference that meme of like, no, you're what do you say? You're what did he say?
I can't remember, to be honest. I know
you know what I'm talking about.
It blew up right after. It blew up right after he said that, bitch. Yeah.
You're breathtaking. That's what it's like. You're breathtaking. Me and Toshi were literally in the arena when he says this. Because somebody was like, "You're breathtaking," and he was like, "You're breathtaking."
You're breathtaking.
But he just has a genuine energy about him.
Yeah.
That you're just good people. Like you can just.
I think the people I would want to be friends with, that's like movie stars, would be like him and like Shia LaBeouf.
I was just about to say Shia.
I feel like them two, like, they would do some funny ass shit together, like,
bro. Funny ass shit together, but like you would
the energy,
have like a real
bro.
one.
The
energy
energy
you would have
would
a real one.
Fire, bro.
For
Might
sure.
be too deep. You know, Shy gets kind of crazy sometimes.
Shy does,
he went off the deep end for a minute.
Sometimes he gets, but you know, he gets kind of crazy sometimes. But he's still a cool dude.
I think I would kick it with Posty, bro.
Actually, that's a good one too, bro. He has good energy.
I've never seen. I know he just did a podcast with Joe Rogan.
Rogan, yeah.
It's like almost like 4 hours too. They were.
Oh, I gotta check that. He's a cool.
Posty's just like a super chill, positive guy, man.
Yeah,
he's just grateful for everything.
I started the podcast, but then I forgot what I had to do, so I couldn't finish it. But I remember because he lives in Utah. I think he moved to Utah because he was like, I couldn't do LA.
City, you can't do cities and shit sometimes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. Like, okay, so here's my thing. If you could pick two actors to be opposites, protagonist, antagonist in a movie, that you were like, I've always wanted to see you two in a movie, who would they be?
Damn.
Chat, let us know. Because I already know in my head I already know I've wanted these two in the same movie.
I know who you're going to say. No.
So
I'm going to guess who Adonis. I think Adonis is going to say.
Two people in a movie that you want together?
Yeah, like as an antagonist and protagonist.
I think Adonis is going to say Denzel and Will Smith.
100%.
See, I knew it. I knew what you was going to say. I knew you were going to say that.
1000%. And I want Will to be the antagonist because he's never a bad guy.
He's never a bad guy. Yep.
He's always the hero. I want him to be.
Is that not his brand?
It's not, but I think that's the thing though, where it's like I would love to see him stretch in that space of like, because Denzel was always the good guy. And then motherfucker did what's it called? Training Day. And I hated him. I hated him in that movie. I was like, you are an asshole. But he was so dope.
He's a fucking
so
great,
dope.
And
I'm like,
he's great at it, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
He's great. He's a great villain. Denzel could be.
That's Denzel, bro. It's iconic.
Trina said Will and Denzel is perfect. I just want Will to be a bad guy opposite Denzel. I just think that'd be really dope.
Underrated actor Jamie Foxx. Underrated.
1000%. 1000.
I think he's underrated.
1,000.
I think he's better than what people portray him to be. And like I said, I
Jamie-
think it's the roles. It's the roles that he doesn't.
You
he
know,
doesn't
you
get.
know what it is? I
he
think
doesn't take
Jamie
the right
Foxx
role.
is the unpopular version of Donald Glover.
Okay. With like
He's like
comedy.
He's Donald Glover before Donald Glover
Before
became
Donald-
Donald Glover.
yes.
like-
Okay, I see. Music.
Comedy, stand up.
Acting,
He writes, TV show, singer.
Yeah.
Like he does everything.
He does.
TV show host. Like he does everything.
Facts.
And he does it at a level where you're like, oh, you're phenomenal. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
You got to think about also who he came up around as well.
True.
I mean,
Living Color.
He came up around the Wayans.
Nigga.
Like he looked at their shit and was like, okay, I'm gonna take that.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm gonna have my own show.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm okay, stand up,
Right.
Def Comedy Jams. Like
Bro.
he was in that.
Facts.
Yeah, you're right. Like you
Only
said,
Trina
singing.
said De Niro and Pacino. That would be tight.
Oof.
De Niro and Pacino would be a really dope movie of them opposite.
Oof.
I fuck with that.
That would
Johnny
be
Depp
crazy.
and Joaquin Phoenix. Oh
Yikes.
my god, that'd
Who's
be
Joaquin
tight.
Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix, Joker.
Joker, yeah, it is Joker. Yo, that would be kind of crazy.
I've never seen that.
I
You
haven't
never seen
it either.
Joker?
I haven't
Y'all
seen it
still
either.
haven't seen Joker, bro?
No, I only know Joker because of me.
All right, I'm signing off.
Nah.
Fucking crazy, bro. That shit is amazing, bro.
Joaquin and Johnny Depp could be really dope because they both are like they're both like method as fuck. Like they're like dive in like really deep into a character. They would actually be really tight.
Yeah.
V, do you have anybody that you're like these two would be really dope opposite?
I don't know. I can't think of. I don't really know the names of many actors. I call people by their roles. To be honest with you, most people. So I couldn't come up with that off the top of my head.
You know who I didn't think was gonna be a really dope pairing in a movie and actually really was Cumberbatch and
Cumberbatch.
and fucking Iron Man.
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Who is that?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Oh,
When them two were in Infinity War together,
yeah.
I was like, I need to see them on screen more together.
More
They're
together?
They're very good on screen together. I was like, oh
Okay.
shit. I just like, and maybe it's their characters that they're playing.
Or maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm not born with it though. Tell you that. Cumberbatch.
I think
Benedict
Bautista.
Cumberbatch.
I think Bautista, The Rock, and
John Cena.
No, not
my
John
God.
Cena.
Did he?
Bautista, The Rock, and Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
I think they need to make a movie together.
Like a new Three Stooges, but like buff
Like-
niggas.
Bro,
Buff
I think that
Stooges?
should be hilarious.
The Buff Stooges.
They all around the same
Wait,
size.
you want The Rock and Momoa and who else?
Bautista's
Bautista.
coming up. He's coming up.
Batista?
Yo, the reason I like
I don't.
Bautista-
what's
I like
his
his comedic
recent work?
relief.
Do
His
you-
recent shit was
007.
the. Was it
He was in
007?
007. Yeah, and then
I
he
thought-
did this
he
Uber
did
driver
his-
one as well.
He did. Yeah, he did Stuber.
Stuber. Was that good?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
that was the most recent one he did, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the most
I didn't
recent.
see that, but I saw previews for it, and I was like, I'm
It's
not
cliche.
there yet.
It's a
I'm not
cliche.
there yet with his roles.
Yeah. He's still
Yeah.
kind of Draxy. Still kind of Draxy in there, where
Mhm.
he has one line. He has like punchlines.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Like something crazy would happen, then he's like the punchline guy. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but I feel like a comedy with them three together,
Mhm.
I think would be fire because they all have these kind of like action funny to them. So if it was like an action comedy, I think it would be a good movie.
Yo, I gotta show.
What do you
this
feel
on
about The
screen.
Rock coming to the MCU as a character? What would you want him to be?
Is he coming to the MCU?
No. I'm not. I'm just
I mean,
thinking like
he's
if he
supposed
came.
to be. Yeah, if he came to the MCU, that's a different.
I wouldn't.
beast.
I
I'm not
wouldn't
sure.
want him in the MCU. To be honest, I don't want Cheerleader Rock. I don't want him.
That's what I'm saying. I want.
I don't. I want him to play a dark character. Like I don't want.
That's why I'm excited to see him be Black Adam, though.
Yeah, for sure. Like The Rock, like I don't want him to be like the fucking. It's gonna be okay. Like I don't want to. That's not the energy I see for him, to be honest.
I mean, that's kind of his brand.
But he gets kind of dark sometimes. Even himself, like, I feel like he can get like more adulty. You know what I'm saying? Not so PG-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he can get.
I mean, his roles in Fast and the Furious are fine. Wouldn't you say that's like straightforward and tough guy?
It's just straight.
I'm pretty sure and you can do that for Marvel.
But they haven't.
He's still family friendly. That's still considered like somewhat family friendly.
The only reason why it's family friendly is because fucking the motherfucker says family 8 times in that movie. That's the only reason why
it's a family movie.
Family. Remember, guys, is family. This is a family movie. Okay.
Hobbs and Shaw was good though. Hobbs and Shaw was
People
good.
said it was
like
good. I didn't see it.
I did like Hobbs and Shaw. Jason Statham is another actor that I'm like, I can get behind. Like I like.
He plays him though.
But he plays him. He
always plays him.
That's true. He's the same.
He's always just the cool. He's the coolest motherfucker though. Like he's so smooth with it. He'll whip some ass and kind of brush himself off. He always gets his ass beat sometimes, but then he recovers, wins, and he's just like the coolest motherfucker after the fact though.
Facts. Yeah, I don't understand like the movies he ends up going into either, to be honest.
Some of his shits is weird choices also, yes. That electricity one, the voltage one where he had to like charge himself up.
What was that called? It was
I don't remember. It was stupid though. I still watched it, but it was dumb.
It's like Ratchet or Clank or
no,
some weird.
No.
It was I don't know what the movie. That shit was ass though.
Wasn't it like Speed or something like that?
No, it was
not
like,
Speed, but Crank.
It was like something like that. That's what it was.
Crank. I think it was Crank. And I was like, I don't know about this, bro. I don't know about the Crank.
Bro, I think he had a Crank too, so I watched
one. I saw a Crank, bro.
It was just
like, it was literally they really wanted to make a movie that was non-stop action. That was the entire premise of the movie.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't stop moving. A lot of first person, like POV type shit, which was dope. They implemented that a lot, like the free running POV shit, which is dope. But it's still like super cliche action starry vibes.
Bro, they should have used Soulja Boy for that role.
Soulja Boy for what?
So you could crank that Soulja Boy.
No.
Oh my god. But anyways, guys, coming close. Close.
Can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyber Nation, everybody here, we do have a few things lined up before we actually head out today. So let's actually finally get into these topics.
Shit.
Yo, I mean, you know what's crazy is I'm trying to actually bring up this fucking screen shit and it's not coming up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Quick question. We are going to be talking a little bit about Spider-Man because it is Spider-Man Day after all. So if you didn't know, now
Happy Spider-Man Day.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Spidey person?
Spider-Man underwear. You got to get it. Also, Richard Tyler Blevins, also known as Ninja. Everybody knows who Ninja is. If you've been using the internet the past, 5 years? You know Ninja. He's talking about maybe making his way to Hollywood. Imagine seeing Ninja in a movie. He just did drop another Adidas shoe. So if you haven't seen that, check it out.
I mean,
it's called The Time
as long as he's a good actor, I have no issue.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate people reaching out and doing new shit with fashion and stuff like that. But that motherfucker's shoes are horrendous. I'm just like,
they're not that great. But you know what?
I respect the move. I respect the move, and I respect what he's trying to do. But them shits is trash. I'm letting you know that right now. Some shit is not it. I was like,
hey, some people like shell toes still.
I literally just bought a pair of shell toes. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it's the colors.
The colors, Duke.
Maybe he wears shell toes. Maybe he made it because of him. You know, I don't know.
Guys, I don't know where. I don't know. Why
and last but not least, guys, I do want to ask you guys, because this is a very serious question, and I think that this needs to be talked about.
Oh.
Chat, I need to know as well. Come in close. I need to know.
Need to know, baby. Yeah.
So here it is. Can fish see water?
Can fish see water?
Ooh.
Yes. Can fish see water? We can't see the air that we live in. We can't see the atmosphere that we live in unless there's another source, something that's acting upon it that allows us to see the air that we breathe. Right. Can fish see the water that they swim through?
I mean, are we talking about literal or technical? Because technically, they would be looking at H2O, yes. Technically, they're consistently looking at water.
I mean, technically, we're consistently looking at air and the particles in air, but we don't see it.
Correct. But you know the difference. But you know the difference between air and water.
But you also have to know the difference between a fish's eye and a human's eye. They're two different types. The fish's eye developed in water. Ours developed in air.
True.
So that's why we have wet eyes. They require the water to be able to help them see properly.
So when the fish comes up, when the fish goes to the surface, do they see air?
I don't know. But that's not the question. Do they see the water?
Because if they see air, then maybe they do see the water. Because if they know a difference between air and water as well, they should be able to see both, right? If I take a fish out of water,
they might be able to.
And I point them down to the water and go, "You see that?" Or is it just invisible to them?
Like they're able to see other objects in the water, but do they look like they're flying to them, or do they think there's also swimming? Like, how does that work?
Because have you ever opened your eyes underwater? Do you see the water when you swimming underwater?
If I'm completely submerged, I can't actually see the water itself.
You're just in.
I know I'm in the water,
but
I can see that it's either cloudy or I can see other particles in the water that are large enough for me to see, and I could see I could see the surface of the water if I'm shallow enough to see the surface where the light hits it and makes a difference in like the light. But our eyes work differently. Like I said, they work differently than a fish's eye. The lens is totally different. So can they actually see it?
So you're saying you see reflection, you see particles in the water, but you
can't technically see the actual water, right?
When I'm completely in it, I don't.
In it, correct.
I don't see.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, I can't see it.
When you're submerged, you can't see the water. You just see what's
the effects of light. Exactly.
Right. In the same way that so here's my other question. Because like you see air when you're in an airplane.
Dust.
So like if you look at air, if you're in an airplane, you're on the wing, depending on when you take off, you'll see the airstream go over the wing.
Yeah, but that's because it's being acted on by another force.
Correct. So it's like you can see things when you're in them if. There's always like an if. There's not like, but if you're just in nature, you're not going to see air. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like in the same point that Tosha said with dust, like if you're in your house or whatever and sun comes in and you see the light affect the air and you see the dust particles moving, like you can see what's in the air, but you
you don't see the air itself because it's too small.
Right.
We can't technically.
Well, we've adapted to not be able to see it, or we ignore it.
True. Like the tip of your nose, because we're always looking at our nose.
Yes.
Right. I'm not looking at my nose right now.
So we can only see it when like it's acted upon or by a different force, or if it's ignited, or if it's some type of something else is interacting. So a fish therefore might not be able to, kind of like us, if their eyes aren't as sophisticated as ours and they rely on the water to help the lenses of their eyes actually focus and be able to be used the way they work organically, they might not be able to see the water if they're always submerged. Now, if they get pulled out of the water, they might be able to,
age-old question.
But that's acted on by an external force because somebody has to pull it out of water.
Is like water? Is water wet?
I would say the same thing. Is water wet? I don't think it is. I think water can make you wet, but I don't think water is wet. Isn't wet a description?
I think this was settled though.
Was it settled?
I think this was settled. I don't remember what the conclusion was.
I don't remember either.
Because an argument can be made.
There was a lot of things that was settled recently like this, because I also know that the hot dog debate is settled also. Like is a hot dog a sandwich or something like that? I know that debate.
Definitely not.
I know that debate was settled recently.
What was that? Well. What was that settled on?
I don't know. I saw an article on it, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't care, but some people think that obviously meat between two pieces of bread. It's a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
That is not a sandwich. Hot dog is not a sandwich.
People don't think it is, and people thought it was. I'm not sure what the conclusion was, but
yeah, that was interesting. I don't know.
So then, technically, like you said, fish wouldn't be able to see water there.
Technically, I don't think so.
They wouldn't be able to see
no.
I don't think it'd be really strange if they could see it. Would you be blind if you could see it?
Because it would always be like a wall in front of you that you're moving through.
You're just like, yeah.
Imagine if
what is this resistance?
Because if you were technically able to see air, everything would be cloudy, right? If you were able to see it.
Well, I guess go to a really smoggy city,
Oof.
That's how you can technically see the air.
Oof. Yeah, that's true. I've been to Shanghai. I looked up. You can't. It's not pleasant.
Yo, so question, because we were talking about actors and stuff like that, and I don't know the whole situation on this, and maybe you can shed some light on it. But what's going on with Ninja in Hollywood?
Ninja came out on
He came out.
Yeah, he came out. He came out on an interview talking about his next moves in his career, for his career and for his life.
Nice.
He's been, he blew up on Twitch several years ago as a Fortnite streamer. He was obviously streaming for several years prior to that, building up a core audience, a base audience, doing his thing, grinding it out. And then Fortnite came along and that just skyrocketed his success. And he's kind of been changed his whole mindset on how he wants to live his life and his actual goals and what it takes for him to go beyond and transcend gaming in terms of broadening his horizons and learning more about industries and business and finance, and not just being a top tier gamer or a top tier Twitch streamer. He's looking beyond that. And he feels like his next move, he really wants to do, it seems like he wants to do voiceover work. He wants to maybe try some acting. He's right now, he's the world is open right for him. He wants to try different things. He doesn't just want to be that daily streamer anymore. He did it. He made great success. He probably had the best deal in streaming history by having Mixer bail on him so he can make his money and dip. So now he's doing whatever the hell he wants with his obviously bare minimum of $30 million. Obviously, he's made way more than that over his career so far.
Right.
But he can really try anything. And I'm saying go for it, man. Do whatever your heart dreams of.
Right.
Yeah, some people don't like Ninja. There's a lot of Ninja hate in the industry from other gamers and people that just hate to see someone doing something that they want to do.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. To me,
he has unnecessary hate in the industry. It's crazy, but he's doing his best to try to stay above it. He's been speaking out more about more social issues, doing more things that maturing a lot with his social media. He doesn't want to be seen as the gamer guy anymore. And it's pretty clear by the way, what he posts now and stuff like that. And I'm almost like, dude, go for it. Whatever you want to do, just go for it. And that's why I totally support what he's doing and his direction that he's going, especially with his shoe line. He's trying something, So, and you're never going to know what you're going to be good at unless you try it. So I like what he's doing and the direction he's going.
Okay. Yeah. So Tosh, with, seeing stuff like this, obviously you've been gaming a long time as well. Cause just so you guys know, Toshi likes everybody. Toshi's not he's probably the nicest person I know, but how is it when you see people get upset at people let's say Ninja, for example, because he's super successful? How does it affect somebody like yourself that just likes you don't even like drama to begin with. Like you're just like,
Facts.
like
Right.
you're just like, you know, like, so how does that feel for you? Like when you hear like somebody that's, you know, blew up playing video games, you know what I'm saying? Made a huge empire with themselves. And then you have people that are like, nah, you're not as good as this person, or you shouldn't have this, or
Right.
you're making too much money doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about stuff like that?
Mind your goddamn motherfucking business, bitch. Yo, that's how I feel, man. People,
real shit.
I just don't understand how people can have an opinion on someone else's life. Like,
Yeah.
Like, this is my life. I'm going to live this bitch how I want to live it, regardless of how I made my money in the past or how I want to make it in the future or how I want to live, period. Like,
right.
This is how I want to live. I get it. You know, I'm known for something.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, look, guys, I understand y'all love me doing this.
Yep.
Right.
It's that stay in your lane stigma. Like, bro, no.
Yo, what?
No.
Like, I don't. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna be bad at acting or bad at whatever the fuck whatever else I want to do. I get it, but that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So you can't say shit about it. You can have all the opinions you want, but like regardless, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like your opinions doesn't matter. And when people, and that's what's crazy is like that shit dictates a lot of the internet nowadays and a lot of people's careers because people have such a strong opinion about it that it can fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Like it might fuck up Ninja's acting career because people think that he should do this, but then like the role that he takes might not be right because he figures, you know, I'm gonna take my first role is gonna be, oh, I'm gonna be the gamer in this role. You know what I'm saying? Or some bullshit like that. And it's like, why'd you take a gamer role? You know what I'm saying? Because people like you as a gamer, so you take a gamer role in a movie. Like, no, like you wanted to act because you wanted to become an actor. So then go take a fucking role that you want to do, that you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to dictate your shit because someone else, you know, like, and I feel like that's what happens to a lot of actors as well. Is like they pick certain parts and they're just like, well, you know, people like me as this guy, so shit, I could play this in another movie. And make some money and keep it pushing. It's like, well, but like you said, it's art at the same time. So if he truly has a passion for this art, then we will see him, you know, obviously go to that next level for this situation. But that shit be pissing me off, man. I'd be like, I can't believe people honestly think that, you know, but that's just like the Sonic situation. Sometimes it turns out to be a cool situation. Everybody had an opinion on what Sonic looked like.
Right.
And then they completely changed it based off of opinions. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like Sonic is a fictional character, you know what I'm saying? Like that was created way back when. And they felt they wanted to do it this way, but because everybody didn't like it, they were like, fuck it, we're going to change it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, like I said, if it was good or bad, it was based on people's opinions though, of what they felt was better, you know? And that shit can dictate people's careers nowadays. And
for sure. There's definitely it's a slippery slope. It
really is.
Slope. And I really hope that people don't broad brush that bitch because I feel like that's just got to be case by case. Like, oh, well, you did it for this. Like, yeah, but we're not doing it for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's got to be that because, I think V said something really interesting too, like the whole like stay in your lane stigma. I feel like early on, even when I heard it, I didn't fully understand the concept of stay in your lane. And I feel like the idea of it, people are like, oh, well, you know, you've been doing this, so this is what you should do. I think it makes more sense when people understand the stay in your lane has to do more about who you are as a person versus what it is that you're currently winning at. So, for example, if I know that I'm not an organized person, I'm not going to be somebody's assistant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane is more like, look, I know I'm good at these things. Why the fuck would I go into something that I am not good at or is skilled at all or have no interest in to do that? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, but it may pay really good.
It's similar to how internet gurus are these days, right? Yeah. So people that are, say you're good at, I don't know, fucking cooking. and you've made a lot of money like with a restaurant.
Mm.
But now you want to become some like marketing guru, right? Like you have no authority in that. That's going out of your lane, calling yourself a guru. Like if you want to go and learn marketing, great, you should do that. And you want to go and try new things in marketing. But if for instance, if we tie it to this, if Ninja came out with a shoe and he was like literally saying, "Oh, I'm a top designer. I'm about to bring you the hottest shit you've ever seen before," and then he dropped his 2 shoes that he did, I think it's fair to be like, what is this? This is trash. This is garbage. Go back. Stay in your lane. You're fucking up. This is nothing. He just came out with a shoe because he fucking got a deal with Adidas, so he got a shoe. You know, like it's
I think
I have no room to like really criticize it.
I mean, I can criticize how it looks.
Yeah.
And I even said before, I even said like, look, I said get your bag. Like if you got the connect and that's the situation that you got, fucking dope. That's fire.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Try this shit out. See what's up. I just think they look ugly as fuck. That's just my opinion of it. But I feel like the moves that people are making, them being criticized because they're making moves that they want to make, that to me is frustrating. Where it's like that's what they are deciding that they want to do. And I know you guys love this particular person for this particular thing, but some people evolve and they're like, I want to do something different. I want to do something else. Like, I don't want to just be the Fortnite guy. I don't want to just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even though you were the Fortnite guy, you were the motherfucker, you know, like
that's part of the problem too.
But I think that's the thing. Like people, they look at certain people like The Rock, was one of the biggest, if not the biggest wrestler ever, probably alongside fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin during our generation of wrestling, right? And he transitioned into acting. I remember at first off, you're like, ooh, Scorpion King. I don't know about this, right?
Yeah.
But like you start seeing him more, and he's like, fuck it, I want to do this though. And now he, like the last 2 years, I think he was the top paid actor almost 2 years in a row. He putting in that work.
Yeah, he was grinding.
Putting in that work. So like, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, Will Smith went from rapping to acting. And now people like that didn't know that he rapped was like, oh, Will Smith can rap. Nigga, he started out as a rapper. Like, but people don't know that because they only see what they're doing. So I feel like it's, look, man, if it's making people happy and they fuck with it, I say do it. But I agree with VR with like the whole idea of like stay in your lane. I don't think it has anything to do with like what you've been successful in is what you should just do. You know what you want to do. So if that's what you want to do, then fucking do what you want to do. Or what you want to try. Because ultimately, nobody else is just going to magically give you the shit anyway. So figure the shit on yourself. But speaking of acting, there's a movie that has been rebooted just about the same time as Batman. And this character is the most popular Marvel character probably of all time.
Yes.
And
Arguably.
today is Spider-Man Day, and
it is.
We wanted to get your guys' insight on who you think was the best live action Spider-Man.
Who was the best casted?
Who was the best casted? So here's my question.
Okay, so should we talk about live action only, or do we want to include Spider-Verse?
I think live action only.
Okay.
Live action only.
Because I was about to say Miles about to be on the way, bro. I don't know about y'all.
Because so here's my other thing too. Are we just talking about Spider-Man? Are we talking about Peter Parker? Or are we talking about both?
I mean, technically,
I think we should. I guess the entire role. Who did best as a Peter Parker, and who was also a great Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like who was the most believable Peter Parker, and who was the best fit to be Spider-Man, like in that role.
Fuck. Okay. All right. I know who I have in my head. For sure. For sure. I know who I have in my head. Who do you have, V?
Ooh. You want to do? All right, dude. Hold on. Let me pinpoint it. Before we say it. You want to say it on 3?
I'm down.
Let me just solidify. I'm about to say, let me solidify mine real quick. Hold on, because I'm like,
we're going for the combo, the Spider-Man and Peter combo. Who best delivered that?
Oh shit. Okay. Here we go.
You got yours? V, you got yours?
I got mine.
Yeah, I got mine.
Oh shit.
So 3, 2, 1. Tom Holland.
Tobey Maguire.
I know my nigga lying.
I knew he was gonna do
I knew this nigga was gonna do that.
I knew he was gonna do something.
I could feel it. I could feel this nigga was gonna be like, Tobey Maguire.
Damn it, Toby.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Oh.
Yo. I'm not gonna lie though. I feel like Tobey was the best Peter. If we were just talking about straight up Peter
Really?
Parker, I think Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. If we're talking about just Spider-Man, I think it's actually Andrew Garfield. I think he was a better Spider-Man than all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel the best combo is Tom.
Spider-Man.
Because I feel like Andrew was too cool for Peter.
Peter, he was.
Yeah,
he was a very cool Peter. Yes, he was.
I was like, nah. Peter's
but you know what? I liked Andrew as Peter better than Tobey. I just want to like poop on Tobey's eyebrows for some reason, bro. Something about his face and his acting in every single role I've ever seen him. Poop. And I'm like, bro, if you were a Pez machine, you'd be filled with diarrhea. I cannot. I can't. Tobey,
diarrhea
never.
Pez.
I thought Tom Holland was the best overall. Just like I love him as Peter Parker.
Who, Tom?
Yeah,
Tom was awesome. Tom to me was the best complete Spider-Man. He was.
I think
he had the wittiness. He had the Spider-Man stuff on lock. But then he also
naiveness to him.
That for sure. Then he had that awkward Peter Parker kid teenager. Like he had that whole shit. Like when he caught Winter Soldier's arm, he was like, "You have a metal arm?" Like that. Yeah. I was like, "You're so fucking Peter Parker Spider-Man right now." Like he just had that whole vibe. I definitely feel like he was like the perfect combo for sure.
He was a great combo.
Oh, chill. We got Phil to Focus as a new sub. Bluntastic with another gift.
Let's go.
Yo, Bluntastic.
Bro. The BCE's day one in the chat,
baby.
Bro.
Day one baby.
With Blunt, bro.
BCE. Blunt got that number one spot, as you can see at the top. Blunt got the number one
right now. My man,
the number one stunner.
Wah. My dude in the chat killing right now, bro.
Let's go.
Man, Blunt, Blunt is the realest right
Blunt
now.
Real one, bro. Blunt been
y'all gotta give my man's that BCE right now, bro, for sure, because he is killing it, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Tobey Maguire, man.
Toby is just like at the first movie.
Toby,
I was
crying. All right, stop it.
Yo,
but his cry face is the worst.
Bro, but Spider-Man 2, bro, is the movie. That movie is fucking dope. It's Spider-Man so 2. Good. Okay. So fucking good. It's such a good movie.
It was better than the first one.
The first one was cool. The second movie, I remember when I first saw the first movie, though, I was like, this is fucking dope.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, Spider-Man, superheroes.
Spider-Man 2, though, was like...
Out of all of the villains, who was the best villain out of all the Spider-Mans?
Electro.
I'm just.
Isn't that Jamie Foxx?
No way.
That shit was ass. The best villain? Dr. Ock.
That's iconic.
Nah, I don't know. I think Osborn was the sauciest. I think Osborn might have been my favorite, to be honest.
Green Goblin?
Oh, yeah, I think Green Goblin. It's either between Green Goblin and what's his name? And why am I brain farting his name right now? The one that just happened, not the one that just happened, but the one before. In Spider-Man Homecoming. Not Mysterio.
Oh.
Vulture. Yeah.
I think it's between those
Is it
two.
Michael? Is it? No, it's yeah, Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman as Vulture was it, bro.
Bro, those two to me. Ooh.
Is it Michael Keaton? No, it's not.
Michael Keaton.
It is Michael Keaton, right? Okay, cool.
Michael Keaton.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yo, Michael Keaton as a villain, bro.
Yeah,
him as a villain, period. Like, I think he's an amazing.
He's
villain,
believable
bro.
as a villain.
Holy shit,
he just
bro.
he just has that fucking sneaky.
Yeah,
look.
like that
like,
sneer. When
like,
you look at him, you're like, oh, we gonna fight. We gonna fight.
When he was talking to this nigga in the car, I was like,
bro, yo, oof.
And he knew, and I think because he's talking to a child, which was even more crazy. I'm like, bro. And he looked at him, and I was like, oh fuck, like what the fuck? Oh, that was creepy. He was really good. He was really good.
Yeah, I think Michael.
He actually might be number one. Actually, I think, but I still think it's between him and Green Goblin.
Oh, Green Goblin. Okay, him and Green Goblin.
There was something about my man's how he plays a villain, and
he seemed crazy.
And it was
he did play the role very well.
And it had the very similar awkward, like when they were sitting at, hey Peter, how'd you get that scar on your arm? Like, and he was like, oh, I caught myself. And he was like, oh,
it's almost as if they both knew. But
they did know.
And
they're sitting at dinner, and there was like, you could feel the tension at the dinner table. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, William Dafoe is that nigga. He is tight. So I don't know, bro. I feel like both of them are really fucking good. I still think Spider-Verse is my favorite Spider-Man movie, though. Just got to put that out there.
Spider-Verse for sure. Yeah.
I really like that movie a lot.
Spider-Verse. Oh my god! You just give me more Miles. I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
give me more.
That shit was fire. She was fire. Speaking of movies, though, bro, something's shooting right now. We got The Matrix 4 popping off right now. They are shooting. We saw an older motorcycle scene. I don't know how I feel about this, but I just hope it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good and not a cash grab. You know what I mean? Like, I hope it's gonna be good.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I'm scared too.
Because Matrix Reloaded was like, okay, thanks for giving me another Matrix. I appreciate it, but come on. And then freaking Revolution, I was like, thanks for giving me more Matrix, but fuck, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this isn't just like Keanu's popping. We got to do a Matrix 4. Like, I really hope they solidify the story. And do you think this is going to be a new trilogy? This is what they're trying to do, right?
Is it a trilogy?
I don't know.
But is any movie ever trying to be a one-off anymore?
Well, it's not.
If you have,
it's a
continuation. Yeah, but will it be like a new trilogy?
I hope not.
Because most things are franchises now. Like, expand the franchise. 3 more. This is a 6-year project.
I say if they make it a standalone sequel to the 3rd movie, like a complete story, I'll be more than happy in that scenario.
I just don't think it's going to be enough. That's the problem. After all these years, you're finally going to come up with something else to bring Keanu back alive somehow. And then you're going to have him for the short period of time.
We technically didn't see him die. So
that's true.
It was implied that he wasn't dead.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to see Neo again? He's like, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. So yeah.
I don't think that he's dead. But at the same time, my question is there a potential crossover between him and John Wick? I'm just saying.
No,
crossover.
No.
John Wick just realized he's
John Wick
in the Matrix.
In the Matrix, he's actually.
No wonder he just he's one of those people that unlocked it and he just figured it out, but without
he just
knowing.
didn't realize that he has more power than that.
Bro, I'm fucking done. It becomes like
what
Jet Li's
happened
the
is
one.
he got plugged back in.
Matrices. There's like multiple matrices. He's
So
like,
yeah, he got plugged back into the Matrix permanently, and he didn't know. And then Matrix 4 is Trinity coming to save John Wick.
Yo,
you're actually Neo, nigga. You're actually Neo, not
Like,
What
well,
if it starts out
you.
like a John Wick movie? Like it shows him and his ID and his suit and everything, bro.
Yo,
he has his car, and then suddenly like a car crash and Trinity pulls him out. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, this is Matrix 4, bitch.
Yo, that'd be hilarious.
I'll tell you right now, that'd be fucking hilarious, bro. That would be crazy. If they somehow tied John Wick to Matrix. I think that would be one of the biggest wins if they could pull it off successfully. It would be one of the biggest cinematic wins because like people love John Wick. They fucking love John Wick. I love him. There's something about it that I'm just like, I really fuck with this whole shit.
It's killing the man's dog, bro. Bro. We're all attached to it now.
Bro,
we want vengeance.
It's so crazy, but yeah. Let us know, chat, what y'all think. Do you think it'd be really interesting to see a John Wick Matrix 4 crossover, like if it was connected somehow? Are you even excited about Matrix 4?
I'm excited about both. The only reason I'm excited is because Matrix just had, honestly, some incredible fight scenes. Like, they had fire fight scenes. So that's why I'm kind of excited to see with the technology now, how many years later, you know what I'm saying? And exactly the team that he's working with right now, fight wise, this is gonna be
the choreography is gonna be so dope.
This is gonna be a
hands down
fire ass Matrix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think
they really don't. They could do shit they do in John Wick, bro. All they got to do is their bullet time,
bro. I mean, but I feel like even. But see, here's the thing though, because those two styles are very different.
They are.
Right? Like, so I just hope that they can live up because they are older. So they're not going to be able to perform the physicality in martial arts that they were used to doing.
Right.
When we saw them in previous movies. So how much CG is going to be in there? How much is going to be stunt double?
Yeah.
So, which is fine. I just want to make sure that it's not John Wick. Because I feel like that martial arts style is so different from.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So fucking different from Matrix. I think the dope part about Matrix was how ridiculous it was. Like,
yeah, so I'm saying the fantasy behind it. Yeah, it was like a kung fu movie with guns. You know what I'm saying? It was like watching a Shaolin kung fu movie with guns. Like motherfuckers using wires, they were floating around.
Well, technically they're superhuman, so
true. So that's why like the fantasy behind it was made there. Neo Wick. Yo,
the wick has burnt out. I am now Neo. Oh, bro.
Fuck.
I burned through the wick. But yeah, let us know, man, what y'all feel about that. Because I think I'm curious to see if anybody's actually going to go out and watch both movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm in the theater all day.
Bruh. I mean, I'm watching both the day it drops. Both
I'm in the theater for at least 6 hours.
What movie are you watching first, though, is the question. You watching John Wick 4?
I'm watching Matrix first.
4?
Wait, are they coming out on the same day?
Same day.
They're supposed to drop the same day. Two Keanu movies in one day.
Wow.
I think I'm going to watch Matrix first, just in case it's disappointing.
Oh, so you don't want to?
Because I think I know John Wick has.
John Wick is going to hit. Yeah, facts.
John Wick 4 is supposed to be, like the last one, whatever, cool. I think it's going to hit, so I'll watch Matrix just in case.
Facts.
And then I'll go into John Wick.
Facts. They need to make that day an official Keanu day. I would not be upset if they say, you know what, we're gonna make the launch day Keanu Day. I don't think anybody in the world would be opposed to that. I don't think nobody like fucking Keanu Reeves. He's a dick. Nobody. I don't think anybody's gonna. I think there's the general consensus that Keanu Reeves is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. Anyways, I just think I root for that guy. I think he's a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm. He's got a good heart.
Good heart, man. Good fucking heart. This is interesting. There is a company called Analog coming out with a product called the Pocket. And this is a modern take on essentially a Game Boy Color. And this shit looks fucking amazing. We got Derek Master and this thing Blunt-tastic, bro.
Bro, Blunt.
What are you on right now?
Yo, he's gifting more subs. Yo, BCE
and
motherfucking
what
E. Come on.
Yo, he really out here for the community, man.
Bro. Blunt-tastic is out here, bro. He out cheer. Get
out
this man a cheer. He out cheer. My guy. But yeah, this is not an emulator. This is a real cartridge based game with a 615 pixel per inch LCD, 1600 by 1440 res.
Yeah,
that's nice quality for a tiny screen.
Yeah, bro, man, I like it.
So just so you guys have an idea, 326 pixels per inch was the Retina display for the iPhone 4. Nice. This is almost double what the Retina display was on an iPhone 4. So just so you know, that's very high res for a 3.5 inch display. And the original iPhone was a 3.5 inch display diagonally. So pretty crazy, pretty fucking cool.
That is crazy.
Yeah, bro. All Pocket. This is Pocket does it all. Game Gear, Neo, Geo Pocket Color, Atari Lynx, and there's adapters for those cartridges.
Wow,
bro, come on. There's adapters, bro. Like,
bro,
you can play all these OG games. I could go to a retro game store right now, just pick up something and play on this, bro. Like,
I hit them up and I was like, I'm just waiting for them to respond. Like, yo, you have got to send me one of these so I can do something on it on the channel. Because Australia, if you guys didn't know, is one of the biggest, if not the largest retro gaming market.
I was gonna say collab with the store we went to. That shit was hard.
Exactly, it's still at Robina. So I'm like, look, I can go over there and do all types of shit with the retro games there.
That'll be
hard. This is fucking sick though. MIDI USB A cable, so that is obviously for syncing to DAW software for music, so you can actually create music shit on there. MIDI in cable, same shit. Pocketed analog sync cable, so obviously connecting external hardware instruments if you want to do music stuff on this. So if there's games that are music type of games, you can actually link shit. And then obviously pocket to pocket link cable. Which is really fucking cool. And I want to know if that's USB Type C, but I can't tell. But look, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advance games.
I think.
Oh my god! I want to get Ruby and Sapphire, bro.
I think if it's able to connect like Bluetooth wise, you know what I'm saying? Where we could do multiplayer with Bluetooth, like that's a fire game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's fire. Like, I could be in a room with the homies and we all playing the same game.
Does it have Wi-Fi?
Let's find out.
Bro.
This has Wi-Fi, bro?
I would imagine.
Oh my god.
I would imagine, yeah. So play Pocket, blah blah, sync with your wireless 8-bit dual Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz controller.
Check this out, bro. Boom.
Ooh.
Hey, I like that, bro.
I got my white and gray Game Boy Advance, bro.
Bruh.
Still works.
Hey, that noise, bro.
And look what game I got with it.
Throwback.
Ooh, see that game?
Yellow?
See that game?
Ooh, Pokemon Yellow.
I still got yellow in this bitch, bro.
Yo. So obviously there's a development platform for this shit. Bro, those sounds, bro, are fucking so nostalgic.
Classic.
Super fucking
okay,
nostalgic.
so we need to find out, does this have Wi-Fi? And if it doesn't, they're gonna make one if this is a hit.
They have
variable refresh. Bro. Wow, variable refresh rate, rechargeable lithium-ion, 6 to 10 hour gameplay, 10 hour plus sleep time, all buttons mappable, stereo speakers, micro SD card slot, USB-C charging. Thank you. Original style link port, 3.5 millimeter.
HDMI out. Oh my god, I'm getting one, bro.
That's fire.
So that's for the dock. So that's for the dock. So the dock, you dock it very similar to the Switch. So HDMI dock, and then obviously you have a controller that you can Bluetooth control the game that you're playing.
Okay.
Up to 4-player support. So there's no Wi-Fi on here, but I think because of the games that you're playing, it's not meant to be a
multiplayer
emulator. It's meant to
Right.
be just a
The old
dockable
school games.
personal
Right.
cartridge
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So to be honest, I don't even think you need it.
But like,
But
I
I do
like,
agree.
it has HDMI out, so you can stream it.
You can stream it. That's
Exactly.
the best part. That's hard.
1080p
That's
HDMI
dope.
out. That's fire,
That's
bro.
hard, bro.
Literally
Come on.
streaming an actual old cartridge game,
Yes.
BRB.
not from an emulator. Yo,
Yeah, this is actually really dope. Like, there's something about this concept, bro.
I love that.
Really fuck with. Look how clean it is. So clean. So clean. USB-C charging. Yes, bro. I'm telling you right now. This is fire. This is actually really dope. I fuck with this super tough. Oof. Yeah, that shit goes hard. Come on. You can make music on that. It's fire. I just like that concept. It's super, super dope.
you can
So
do
here's my
some
question.
really unique, like retro gaming streams and stuff with that, man.
Bro, it's
That's
so
cool.
cool. It's so cool. Man, I wonder how many, I wonder if, if this does get super popular, how invigorated the market will be for retro games. Because, and the reason I'm saying that is a lot of these companies are trying to bring back their old titles onto newer consoles, but some of these things aren't really transferable. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may be, but the aspect ratios are different and all of that. So do you think this would like re-spark people buying old cartridge games again? Like if the mass market likes this type of shit, because we really don't know what the masses are going to take to the older games, but
like this is something I feel like just a lot of 90s fucking millennials are gonna get for sure.
For sure.
But it's such a niche market of that, because it's like you have to care about retro gaming to want it.
I have a question. Kira Best Villain said, "Wish the bezels were smaller." Kira, how old are you? Is my first question. Just a question. I'm not trying to dish you. I just want to know how old you are. And then I'll answer this after I get an answer from Kira. Design wise though, I think this shit looks spot on.
What's the pricing on this?
Actually, I'm not sure. Let me go to the pre-order real quick. Nigga, what? $199.
And
The
then
docks are $99.
all of them are.
And then you have obviously your adapters for Lynx, GeoPocket, Game Gear. Fucking Game Gear, bro. What?
Wow.
Come on, man. All right, Sakura says 20. Okay, so when these consoles were out, you weren't even born. So for us, this looks like a Game Boy. Like it's like they took almost the same aesthetic.
Oh, it's a Game Boy Color, bro. It's a
Game Boy Color, and they just made it modern.
Yeah, that's all.
Not modern as far as the bezel thickness and thinness. They want it to look like a Game Boy from the 90s.
Yeah, the bezels are there for a design choice, not for design limitations.
Correct.
But I can understand how if you're like used to smaller bezels, it can definitely look strange. But I like this. Sure. That's why I like the black, because at least the glass is going across the top, and it looks nice when the screen's not on. It looks more
right.
But honestly though, I still like the white quite a bit.
It's classic.
Because
the white looks cool, but for me, it's just that looks too much like a toy.
You know what I would do? I would see if like D-Brand would be able to do like a retro gray Game Boy Color wrap for it.
That would be
cool.
Be
fucking awesome. Like, and again, guys, like he said, no, I had a foldable Game Boy one. Yeah, see, like, so you were a little bit later, right? So the cool thing about this though is, I think to V's point is, you have people that grew up in the 90s as kids that were playing Game Boy Colors, or maybe had an original Game Boy from the late 80s. So I feel like for us, this is like, oh, this is fucking a nostalgia grab as fuck. But it's a dope nostalgia grab.
It is.
And I'm actually okay with it, because they're like, look, we wanted to make it feel like you're back in the 90s, but the screen res is there to where it's like, hey, I can enjoy this game in a much better visual quality but still feel like I'm holding a game console from the 90s. That's actually really fucking cool.
Right.
I don't know. There's something about it
nice.
that I actually fuck with. But I definitely understand the idea of, yeah, they probably could have fit a 4-inch screen in it if they removed the bezels. For sure.
For sure.
But
yeah, that's a good point.
But at the same time, I am not mad at how it looks at all. I actually love how it looks.
Because majority of the games you play too are only going to fit in that anyways.
Yeah, they're going to be
even if
square dimension.
Regardless, you have all this screen, but it's going to go bloop. Because even my Game Boy Advance does that when I play this. Like it gives me an option to stretch it or not, but when I stretch it, it looks stretched.
So these are the other systems that they make.
Oh wow, they're clean.
Oh, so they make like updated Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
it's
Sega
clean
Genesis.
though, bro. That's cheaper than a handheld right there.
Yo.
If they have
Old
HDMI
SNES.
Shit, then for sure, bro. Like
so
that's
that was
dope
like
to
the US
stream.
US SNES color. And
Yeah.
then this is the non-US SNES color.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really
but the
fucking
black
cool.
on black.
That black on black looks crazy. Yo, bro, I actually might hit these motherfuckers up like, look, can y'all just send me some stuff so we can do some reviews on this shit?
Retro gaming
This
doesn't
looks
look
so cool.
This shit looks
Look how
clean,
clean
bro.
that Nintendo controller
Yeah.
looks.
They just took an old idea and just refined it.
You just refine. Like, look, you know what's crazy? Because it's one of those things that actually is a testament to how almost forward thinking the designs were back then. They just needed to be cleaned.
Right,
right. Because like these are literally the older consoles, just like you said, refined. Just like, all right, cool. Let's just go and polish the actual form of them.
Yeah. Let's make these edges a little smoother. These look sharper. Let's paint them a little,
better manufacturing tools and practices.
Yeah, let's clean it up a little bit. It's actually crazy to think about.
I love it.
Ooh, I need to hit these motherfuckers up. This shit.
Like I love it. Look at the Sega controllers, bro. Like,
bro, what? There's
Mortal Kombat on that,
bro.
Right now.
There's a sensualness to this. Like, let me see. Can I buy it? Let me see what it. Okay, so it's on Amazon. Okay, so definitely has a.
That was like that Sega Saturn vibe.
Bro, that shit is tight. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is that I'm like, man, I want to get my hands on one of these motherfuckers.
For sure, for us, I think it's nostalgia though.
100%.
For sure, for us, it's nostalgia.
Like no one else is gonna give a damn. Like,
if you're trying to sell this to the new generation,
no Zoomer's gonna buy this unless they just have some kind of knack for retro gaming. They seek it out.
Facts. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. They gonna be like,
true.
what?
Nobody gonna give a fuck. What? Because
so
who's
pre-order
like you said,
August 3rd.
Who's still using
the
cartridges?
Pre-order starts. So that's tomorrow. So pre-order starts tomorrow. I'm at the pre-order one. So ships May 2021. I'm at the pre-order one just on GP. I'm like, look, this shit looks too crazy. That shit looks.
It's
too
crispy
crazy
though. I fucks with it.
That shit is saucy. Oof. He said my favorite was Sonic Advance. Bruh. They're man, this shit is so tight. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about these retro vibes, man. Would you pick one up even if you weren't born when Game Boys were out? Is this something that you're like, ooh, that's actually interesting? I'd fuck with that. Let me know, man. Like I'm just curious to see what age groups would actually jump in to something like this. Because I already know if you're 20, 26 and older, you're probably gonna be like, I might want to fuck with that. I might want to fuck with that. Maybe I'm 20, 28 and older. But yeah, this shit goes. This shit goes. But yeah, man, I think it's time to wrap this thing, man. We had a very long intro. We had a very interesting topic talk at the beginning that was not planned. Let us know if you guys like that, by the way. If that's something that you guys are interested in, of just kind of like random talks that aren't necessarily on the queue. Do you like the offshoot conversations? Let us know. Let us know what y'all feel about that. Also, we're gonna be doing anime tournament shortly.
Coming soon.
Very excited. Do we want to announce what the actual tournament is gonna be? Should we let them know now?
Sure, go for it.
Toshi, go ahead and drop.
Is that official though?
It's official.
We're gonna make that official?
Let's do it.
I mean, okay.
Let's do it.
We are going to do an anime tournament on. Rivals.
Ooh.
Anime Rivals. That's
Ooh. He's doing a really bad job of selling this right now. So
I am
best
because
rivals.
I'm
Best
because they caught
rivals
me
right
off
now,
guard
so-
too. My mind,
so
I wasn't. That's why I'm like, go ahead. I'm like,
So we're doing best rivals. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the stream. The stream still going? We still popping? I'm having
it was
network
a
error on my end.
network
It's
error on
still
my
on.
end.
Yeah,
Also,
it's still
but
on. It's still on. I just
on.
have to reload it.
Sorry, guys.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that shit.
That's the
But
thing.
yeah,
I don't know if they can hear us.
You guys should be able to hear us.
Yeah,
Can
you're
you
good.
hear us?
You're good. You're good.
We're
You're
clear.
good.
Okay.
So yeah, so best anime rivals. We're not 100% sure how many entries. It's not going to be a huge tournament like the first anime tournament. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. So if you guys have submissions, you know what to do. Go into that fucking suggestion box. Submit who you think should be in the tournament for best rivals. Let us know in the submission box.
Remember, this is a top 8 situation, but it's kind of like top 16.
It's top 16? Top 16?
It would because
it's top 8, but it's 16 characters because we're doing rivals.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
correct,
think
correct.
about
Yes.
it's going to be 2 people per segment, 4 people per bracket.
Rivals. Submit your rivals. In a suggestion.
Sounds like a video game. Rivals.
Could be.
Yeah, it can be actually.
Game. Rivals. That'd be
select your character.
And you fight as rivals. You fight as a team, but
but your rivals. Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool. A cool anime game. But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this thing, bro. V, do you have anything to say before we wrap this thing?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yes.
Oh.
No, it's not important. But y'all got hyped up, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
what's
up?
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming out today. It is Saturday.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys spending your time on this
Yes.
weekend with us.
Appreciate you guys.
And remember, guys, as always, if you guys have a Twitch Prime, or if you don't know if you have a Twitch Prime, but you have Amazon Prime, all you have to do is link your Twitch account. And now you have Twitch Prime. With Twitch Prime, you get 1 free sub every month. So make sure you use it. You can use it on us. We'd really appreciate it. But not if us.
Hey.
Use it on your other favorite streamers. Just make sure you use it. It's free. Okay. It definitely helps your favorite streamer. If you guys can't help out monetarily, remember, just being here in the chat. Also, we appreciate that as well. Also, join the Discord if you want to, because that's where all our community stuff gets popping. And that's where all, of course, the memes. You're going to see all our YouTube updates, all the live updates. Everything is there. So make sure you follow that. Links are all in the About section for all the social medias. That's it for now. And Bloodtastic is still gifting subs.
Let's go.
In the chat.
BCE.
Mad hype for that. Y'all show some love for that. We are also working on the new member badges. So more to come on that. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Toshi.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Y'all already know, man. Appreciate everybody for being here on this fine Saturday on a 27th episode of the CyberHype. We'll catch you guys next time, Tuesday to be exact.
Tuesday.
Same place, same time. And as always, every day is a great day. When you're talking geek shit, we out of here.
We out this day.
Yeah.
Geeks
Make sure you guys watch
unite.
the cheese.